Every thought we think is creating our future. You see, you are the only person who thinks in your mind, and because of that, you have total control over your life. What you choose to think about yourself in life becomes true for you. If you want to change your life, you need to change your thinking. You need to choose to think thoughts that support you, thoughts that nourish you. You see, when we learn to love ourselves and treat ourselves with kindness and respect, it changes everything. I believe that self-approval and self-acceptance in the now are the main keys to positive changes in every area of our lives. It's amazing how even a small amount of self-approval can lift the energy within us and bring incredible results. Let's start with this simple affirmation: I love and accept myself just the way I am. Say this over and over again. Let it be the first thing you say when you wake up in the morning and the last thing you say before going to sleep. Notice how you feel when you say it. Notice any resistance and then let it go. True confidence is an inner knowing, a deep sense of trust in oneself that is independent of external circumstances. It doesn't come from other people's approval, material success, or how you measure up to others. Confidence is born within, nurtured by how you see and speak to yourself. It begins when you realize that you are inherently worthy, just as you are, and that your value is not something to be earned. It's an innate quality that every person possesses, waiting to be uncovered and embraced. To build this inner confidence, you first need to look within and understand the source. It's important to recognize that you are not a sum of your past experiences, nor are you defined by the mistakes you've made or the times you have been hurt. These are parts of your journey, but they do not determine your worth. Confidence comes from accepting yourself fully, with all your strengths and imperfections. It's about knowing that you are always evolving and that every step you take, no matter how small, contributes to your growth. When you start to see confidence as an inner state of being rather than something to be gained from outside, you begin to reclaim your power. There is no need to wait for the perfect time or situation to feel confident. You can choose to believe in yourself right now. The first step is acknowledging your inherent worth and recognizing that you deserve all the good that life has to offer. This doesn't mean you have to be perfect. It means embracing yourself with kindness and compassion. Too often, we allow our self-worth to be dictated by our accomplishments, appearance, or the opinions of others. We seek validation outside of ourselves, believing that if we can just achieve that goal, lose that weight, or gain that approval, then we will finally be confident. But this kind of confidence is fragile because it depends on things that can change or be taken away. Real, unshakable confidence is built from the inside out by understanding that your value is constant and cannot be diminished. As you look within, you may discover layers of negative self-talk, doubts, and fears that have built up over time. These inner voices often come from past conditioning, things you were told as a child, experiences where you felt inadequate, or situations where you were made to believe that you weren't enough. But it's important to remember that these are just thoughts and beliefs, not truths. You have the power to change them. You can choose to see yourself through a different lens, one of love and acceptance, rather than judgment and criticism. Start by paying attention to how you speak to yourself. Notice if your inner dialogue is harsh or self-defeating. The words you use to describe yourself and your abilities matter. They shape your reality. When you catch yourself thinking negatively, pause and consciously replace those thoughts with ones that support you. If you hear yourself saying, "I'm not good enough," or "I always mess things up," take a moment to remind yourself, "I am doing my best, and I am growing every day," or "I am learning, and it's okay to make mistakes." The more you affirm your worth, the stronger your inner confidence will become. It may feel unfamiliar at first, especially if you have been your own harshest critic for a long time. But with time, this new way of thinking will become natural. You are reprogramming your mind to see yourself in a new light, one that is empowering rather than limiting. This doesn't mean ignoring areas where you want to improve, but approaching them with a sense of encouragement rather than judgment. Trust that you are enough, and that everything you need to be confident already resides within you. There is no need to seek approval or validation from the outside. The most powerful form of confidence arises from knowing who you are, embracing it fully, and understanding that you are already worthy of love and respect. When you truly grasp this, you begin to move through the world differently. You no longer need to prove yourself because you realize that you have nothing to prove. You are free to be yourself, and in doing so, your confidence naturally radiates. Building confidence is a practice, and it starts with a decision to see yourself in a new way. Make a commitment to affirm your worth daily. Speak kindly to yourself and remember that you are always a work in progress, continuously growing and evolving. Confidence doesn't come from reaching a certain level of achievement, but from knowing that no matter where you are on your journey, you are enough. Each day, remind yourself that your value is not up for negotiation. And as you strengthen this belief, you will find that your confidence is no longer tied to what you do, but to who you are. It is your birthright to feel confident, and when you choose to see yourself through the eyes of love, your true inner strength emerges. Overcoming limiting beliefs is a crucial step toward building genuine and lasting confidence. These beliefs often arise from experiences in our early years when we didn't yet know how to question the ideas presented to us by authority figures such as parents, teachers, or peers. Words spoken to us or about us during these formative years may have left an imprint, shaping how we perceive ourselves. These beliefs are like invisible barriers that restrict us from reaching our full potential. They whisper things like, "I'm not good enough, I don't deserve happiness, or success is for other people. Not for me," but remember, a belief is simply a thought you keep thinking, and any thought can be changed. The first step to transforming these limiting beliefs is to become aware of them. Pay attention to the thoughts that frequently run through your mind, especially in challenging situations. Notice the phrases you use to describe yourself. Are they empowering or do they reinforce a sense of inadequacy? Often we don't realize how much power we give to these negative beliefs simply because they have become so familiar. We repeat them out of habit, not because they are true, but because they are what we have grown used to thinking. When you recognize a limiting belief, don't judge yourself for having it. Instead, see it as an opportunity for growth. It's like holding up a mirror and taking a good look at what has been influencing your life, perhaps without you even being fully aware of it. Acknowledge that these beliefs were learned at some point in your life, and because they were learned, they can also be unlearned. What you choose to believe now is entirely up to you. You are not bound to the limitations of your past or the expectations of others. Start by gently challenging these beliefs. If you find yourself thinking, "I'll never be successful," ask yourself, is that absolutely true? Then consider the evidence to the contrary. Have you ever succeeded at something, no matter how small? Perhaps you have overcome difficulties, learned new skills, or helped someone in a meaningful way. Allow yourself to recognize these moments as proof that you are indeed capable and that your limiting beliefs are not the final word on who you are. Little by little, as you challenge these negative thoughts, they begin to lose their power over you. Replace each limiting belief with a new, empowering affirmation. If your old belief was, "I'm not good enough," begin affirming, "I am enough just as I am." If your limiting belief was, "I always fail," start saying to yourself, "I learn and grow from every experience." Speak these affirmations consistently, even if at first they don't feel true. You are retraining your mind, just like learning a new skill. The more you repeat these positive statements, the more your mind will start to accept them as true. It's important to understand that overcoming limiting beliefs isn't about pretending challenges don't exist or denying past experiences. It's about choosing to see yourself as more than those experiences. It's about understanding that your worth is not defined by your past or by any labels that others have placed on you. You are a living, evolving being with unlimited potential, and your future can be different from your past if you choose to change your thoughts today. Think of limiting beliefs as weeds in a garden. If left unchecked, they can take over and prevent the beautiful flowers of confidence, joy, and success from blossoming. But once you begin to recognize these weeds, you can gently remove them, making space for new, healthy beliefs to grow. Every time you catch yourself thinking something that limits you, visualize yourself pulling that weed from the soil of your mind. Replace it with the seed of a new thought, one that supports and encourages you. As you practice this process of replacing limiting beliefs with empowering thoughts, be patient with yourself. There may be times when the old beliefs resurface, especially in moments of stress or uncertainty. This is normal, and it does not mean you are failing. It is simply part of the journey. Each time these thoughts arise, see it as another opportunity to reaffirm your new beliefs. With persistence, the old patterns will begin to fade, and the new, empowering beliefs will take root more deeply. Remember that you have the power to choose what you believe. You are not a victim of your circumstances or your past conditioning. You are the creator of your own experience. The beliefs you hold can either limit you or set you free, and the choice is always yours. By letting go of beliefs that no longer serve you and consciously choosing thoughts that uplift and inspire you, you unlock a newfound sense of freedom. Your confidence will grow not because you are trying to become someone else, but because you are finally allowing yourself to be who you truly are. This transformation may not happen overnight, but with each small step, each new thought, and each affirmation spoken with intention, you are dismantling the old, limiting beliefs and replacing them with ones that empower you. You are creating a new reality for yourself, one where you can embrace life fully and confidently, knowing that you are indeed enough. The way you speak to yourself shapes your reality. Every day, the words you think and say to yourself create your experience of life. Many of us don't realize the profound impact that our inner dialogue has on our self-esteem and confidence. We become so accustomed to the critical voice inside our heads that we accept it as the truth. But it's not the truth, it's merely a habit. It's a pattern of thought that has been repeated over time. And just as a habit can be broken, a pattern of negative self-talk can be changed. It begins with becoming aware of what you are saying to yourself and then making a conscious decision to speak differently. Negative self-talk is often subtle and automatic. You might not even notice when you are doing it. It can come in the form of a quiet whisper in your mind saying, "I can't do this, I'm not smart enough," or "I always mess things up." These phrases may seem harmless at first, but they are not. They reinforce limiting beliefs about yourself and keep you from reaching your true potential. When you tell yourself you can't, your mind believes you, and you start to see evidence of your own self-imposed limitations. The more you repeat these negative statements, the more they become ingrained in your subconscious and they begin to feel like the truth. But they are not the truth, they are only thoughts, and thoughts can be changed. The first step to transforming your self-talk is to become aware of it. Start to pay attention to the things you say to yourself, especially in moments of difficulty or challenge. Notice if your words are supportive or if they are filled with doubt and self-criticism. If you catch yourself saying something negative, pause and take a breath. There is no need to judge yourself for thinking a negative thought. Simply observe it, acknowledge it, and then consciously choose a new, more supportive thought. You might replace "I'm not good enough" with "I am doing my best, and that is enough," or you might replace "I'll never be able to do this" with "I am learning, and I'm getting better every day." The words you choose to speak to yourself can either lift you up or bring you down. Think of them as seeds that you plant in the garden of your mind. If you plant seeds of doubt and fear, you will grow a garden full of weeds. But if you plant seeds of love, encouragement, and positivity, your mind will blossom with confidence and joy. Just as you would take care of a garden by watering it and pulling out the weeds, you must take care of your thoughts by nurturing the positive ones and letting go of the negative ones. This doesn't mean ignoring the challenges you face or pretending that everything is perfect. It means choosing to speak to yourself in a way that empowers you, even in the face of difficulty. Affirmations are a powerful tool for transforming self-talk. An affirmation is a positive statement that you repeat to yourself to reinforce a desired belief. When you use affirmations, you are consciously choosing the words you speak to yourself. You are planting new seeds in your mind, and over time, these seeds will grow into new patterns of thought. It might feel strange or uncomfortable at first, especially if you have been used to criticizing yourself. But remember, just as a negative thought repeated over time becomes a habit, so does a positive thought. The more you affirm your worth, your abilities, and your strengths, the more your mind will begin to believe in your potential. When you say an affirmation, do so with intention and feeling. Imagine the words as truth, even if you don't fully believe them yet. You might say, "I am confident, I trust myself," or "I am worthy of success." Speak these words out loud if you can, and feel their power resonate within you. The goal is not to force yourself to believe something that feels untrue, but to gently guide your mind toward a new, more empowering way of thinking. Each time you repeat an affirmation, you are taking a step toward changing the way you see yourself. It may be a small step, but every step counts. It's important to practice patience with yourself during this process. You may find that your old patterns of self-talk creep back in, especially in moments of stress. This is natural, and it doesn't mean that you are failing. It is simply an opportunity to practice speaking to yourself with even more kindness and compassion. Remind yourself that changing a lifelong habit takes time, and each time you choose a positive thought, you are making progress. Every time you catch a negative thought and replace it with a positive affirmation, you are training your mind to support you rather than hinder you. You have the power to change your self-talk, and when you do, you change your life. Speak to yourself with love and encouragement. Be your own biggest supporter, your own best friend. The way you talk to yourself matters more than you may realize. It sets the tone for how you experience the world and how the world responds to you. The more you choose words that uplift and inspire you, the more you will begin to see evidence of your own strength and capability. And as your self-talk transforms, so will your confidence, allowing you to move forward with greater ease and joy. Embracing your imperfections is one of the most liberating and transformative steps you can take toward building unshakable confidence. It's easy to fall into the trap of believing that you need to be flawless in order to be confident, but true confidence doesn't come from perfection. It comes from accepting yourself exactly as you are, with all your strengths, weaknesses, quirks, and so-called flaws. When you let go of the need to be perfect, you free yourself from the heavy burden of unrealistic expectations and open the door to a more authentic and fulfilling experience of life. The truth is, nobody is perfect, and striving for perfection only sets you up for disappointment. It creates a never-ending cycle of self-criticism, where no matter what you achieve, it's never quite enough. This pursuit of perfection can keep you from taking risks or trying new things because you fear making mistakes or being judged. But mistakes are a natural part of life, and they are also an essential part of growth. Every mistake you make teaches you something valuable if you are willing to see it that way. Instead of criticizing yourself for not getting things right, you can choose to see each experience as an opportunity to learn and grow. Accepting your imperfections means acknowledging that it's okay to make mistakes, to not know everything, and to have moments of doubt. It means embracing the parts of yourself that you may have previously tried to hide or change. These so-called imperfections are not flaws to be ashamed of, but rather unique aspects of who you are. They make you human, they make you real. When you allow yourself to be imperfect, you also allow yourself to be authentic. You give yourself permission to show up in the world as you truly are, without hiding behind a mask of who you think you should be. There is great power in vulnerability. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable, to admit that you don't have all the answers, or to share your true feelings, you create a deeper connection with yourself and others. People are drawn to authenticity because it resonates on a deeper level than superficial perfection ever could. When you embrace your imperfections, you also inspire others to do the same. You show them that it's okay to be themselves with all their unique qualities and characteristics. This doesn't mean you stop striving to improve or grow, but it does mean letting go of the idea that you need to be perfect in order to be worthy of love, respect, or success. Self-compassion plays a key role in embracing imperfections. It involves treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a dear friend. When a friend comes to you feeling down or struggling, you wouldn't tell them they're not good enough, would you? Of course not. You would offer them support, understanding, and encouragement. Yet when it comes to ourselves, we are often quick to criticize and slow to offer that same compassion. Imagine how different your life could be if you extended that same kindness inward, especially during times when you feel less than perfect. Being compassionate toward yourself doesn't mean giving up or not striving to be your best. It means accepting that you are a work in progress, and that's okay. It means understanding that every person, no matter how successful they may appear on the outside, has moments of doubt, makes mistakes, and experiences setbacks. This is simply part of being human. The more you can embrace this truth, the less power your imperfections will have over you. They will no longer be something to hide or feel ashamed of, but something to accept and even celebrate. Embracing your imperfections also involves letting go of comparison. It's easy to look at others and think they have it all figured out, but remember that you are only seeing a snapshot of their lives, not the full picture. Everyone has struggles and insecurities, even if they don't show them. When you compare yourself to others, you are comparing your behind the scenes to their highlight reel. Instead of focusing on how you measure up to others, focus on your own journey and the progress you are making. Celebrate your small wins and recognize your unique qualities. It is often our imperfections that make us relatable and approachable. When you share your struggles and imperfections with others, you give them permission to do the same. This creates a space of understanding and connection, where you can support one another. Remember that the goal is not to be perfect, but to be authentic. Your imperfections are not hindrances to your success. They are part of what makes you uniquely you. They contribute to your story, your growth, and your journey toward becoming the best version of yourself. The moment you decide to embrace your imperfections, you begin to release the heavy weight of self-judgment. You start to feel lighter, freer, and more at peace with yourself. You realize that your worth is not defined by your flaws, but by your willingness to show up, try, and keep moving forward. You understand that you don't need to be perfect to be worthy, to be loved, or to be confident. The simple act of accepting yourself as you are, with all your beautiful imperfections, is a profound declaration of self-love. When you learn to love and accept your imperfections, you set yourself free from the confines of perfectionism. You open yourself up to a life where you can truly express who you are, without the need for approval or validation from others. You give yourself the permission to make mistakes, to grow, and to evolve at your own pace. And as you do this, you will find that your confidence blossoms naturally, not because you have become perfect, but because you have become real. Taking inspired action is about moving forward with a sense of purpose and alignment rather than just checking off tasks or forcing yourself to achieve goals. It's about tapping into the inner wisdom that guides you and trusting that there is a deeper part of you that knows the way forward. When you act from this place of inspiration, your actions feel lighter, more effortless, and filled with joy. You're not just doing things to prove yourself or meet others' expectations. You are taking steps because they resonate with your true self. This shift in approach changes the entire energy around what you do and brings a sense of fulfillment, regardless of the outcome. Inspired action begins with listening to your intuition. This can be challenging because we are often taught to rely solely on logic or external advice when making decisions. But there is a voice within you that quietly nudges you in certain directions, that whispers ideas and possibilities to you, and that speaks to you through feelings of excitement or curiosity. The more you tune into this voice, the clearer it becomes. It's the voice that tells you when something feels right or when a certain path resonates deeply within you. When you honor these intuitive feelings, you are aligning yourself with actions that are meaningful and life-affirming. However, taking inspired action doesn't mean you will always know exactly what to do, or that the path will be free of challenges. There may still be moments of doubt or uncertainty, but even in those moments, there is an inner sense that you are on the right track. It's not about waiting until you have everything figured out before you start. It's about being willing to take the next step, even if that step is small, and trusting that as you move forward, the way will become clearer. Each step taken in alignment with your true self brings you closer to your goals in ways that are often more profound and satisfying than if you were simply pushing yourself through sheer willpower. It's important to distinguish between inspired action and action that is driven by fear or pressure. When you take action out of fear, there is often a sense of urgency, anxiety, or a need to prove something. You may find yourself doing things because you think you should rather than because you genuinely want to. This kind of action can be exhausting and tends to lead to burnout because it is not fueled by a true sense of purpose. In contrast, inspired action feels energizing. Even if you are putting in effort, it doesn't feel draining because there is an inner knowing that you are moving in the right direction. One way to cultivate a habit of taking inspired action is to start by setting intentions rather than rigid goals. Intentions are different from goals in that they focus on the energy behind what you want to achieve rather than just the outcome itself. For example, instead of setting a goal to achieve a specific milestone by a certain date, you might set an intention to grow, learn, and enjoy the process of working toward that milestone. This shift in focus allows you to be more open to the unexpected opportunities and insights that may arise along the way. It also allows you to stay connected to the joy and excitement that initially inspired you to pursue your goal. Another key aspect of inspired action is learning to let go of the need for immediate results. When you are inspired, the journey itself is valuable. You are not just doing things to get somewhere, you are enjoying the process of creation and discovery. There may be times when progress seems slow or the results are not as expected, but when you act from a place of inspiration, there is a deeper trust that everything is unfolding as it should. This trust allows you to stay committed even when the path is unclear or when things seem to be moving in a different direction than you originally planned. It's also helpful to create a daily practice of connecting with your inner guidance before taking action. This might involve a few moments of quiet reflection, meditation, or simply asking yourself, what feels right today? Or what step can I take that brings me closer to my intention? Allow yourself to listen for the answers, even if they come in the form of subtle feelings or ideas. Trust that this inner guidance is always available to you, and that when you follow it, you are aligning yourself with a higher flow of energy that supports you. Taking inspired action does not mean that everything will always be easy, but it does mean that you will find a deeper sense of fulfillment in what you do. It brings a quality of presence to your actions where you are fully engaged and committed to the moment rather than being distracted by doubts or worries about the future. This presence allows you to give your best to each step, which naturally leads to better outcomes. Even if the results are not what you initially hoped for, you will know that you acted with integrity and followed your true path. Inspired action also has a ripple effect. When you move forward with a sense of purpose and authenticity, others can feel it. You inspire those around you not necessarily by what you achieve, but by the energy and intention behind your actions. Your willingness to act from a place of alignment encourages others to do the same. It creates an atmosphere where possibilities expand, and where taking steps toward one's dreams feels not only possible but also deeply rewarding. Practicing gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for cultivating unshakable confidence. It is a practice that shifts your focus from what is lacking or what could go wrong to appreciating what is already present in your life. Gratitude is not merely a fleeting feeling, it is an active choice to recognize and acknowledge the abundance that surrounds you. This shift in perspective can transform how you view yourself, your circumstances, and the world at large. When you cultivate a habit of gratitude, you begin to see the beauty in your life, which enhances your self-worth and strengthens your confidence. The first step in practicing gratitude is to recognize the things in your life that you are thankful for, no matter how small they may seem. This could be as simple as appreciating a warm cup of coffee in the morning, a smile from a stranger, or the beauty of nature around you. By acknowledging these moments, you begin to create a foundation of positivity that reinforces your sense of worthiness. When you recognize and appreciate what you have, you naturally start to feel more abundant. This abundance mindset is crucial for building confidence because it allows you to see yourself as someone who deserves good things in life. One effective way to practice gratitude is to keep a gratitude journal. Each day, take a few moments to write down 3 to 5 things you are grateful for. They can be significant achievements or simple joys. The key is to focus on the positive aspects of your life. Over time, this practice will help you to rewire your brain to look for the good. Even in challenging situations, you may find that the more you write in your gratitude journal, the more reasons you discover to feel thankful. This creates a powerful cycle where gratitude breeds more gratitude, further enhancing your self-esteem and confidence. Another important aspect of gratitude is that it helps you to shift your focus away from comparison and competition. In a world that often emphasizes success and achievement, it's easy to feel inadequate when you look at what others have or what they are doing. However, when you practice gratitude, you become less concerned with how you measure up against others. Instead, you start to appreciate your own journey, recognizing the unique qualities and strengths that you possess. Gratitude allows you to celebrate your achievements without feeling the need to diminish the successes of others. This sense of inner security fosters a profound sense of confidence, as you no longer feel threatened by the accomplishments of those around you. Practicing gratitude can also improve your relationships with others. When you express appreciation for the people in your life, you strengthen your connections and create a positive environment. This could involve sending a heartfelt message to a friend, expressing your gratitude to a coworker for their support, or simply telling a loved one how much they mean to you. These acts of appreciation not only enhance your relationships but also reflect positively on your self-image. When you cultivate gratitude for others, you reinforce your sense of belonging and connection, which naturally boosts your confidence. You begin to see yourself as part of a supportive community, which empowers you to take bold steps toward your goals. Furthermore, gratitude has a profound impact on your mindset. When you regularly practice gratitude, you begin to replace negative thought patterns with positive affirmations about yourself and your life. Instead of focusing on your fears or doubts, you start to reinforce beliefs that support your confidence. You may find yourself thinking, "I am capable," or "I have much to offer." These affirmations arise naturally as you cultivate a gratitude mindset. The more you acknowledge the positives in your life, the more you train your mind to recognize your strengths and capabilities. This shift in thinking helps you approach challenges with a sense of resilience and confidence rather than fear or anxiety. Moreover, gratitude encourages you to be present in the moment. In a fast-paced world where it's easy to get caught up in worries about the future or regrets about the past, gratitude grounds you in the here and now. By focusing on what you appreciate at this very moment, you cultivate a sense of peace and clarity. This presence allows you to engage fully in life and take inspired actions that align with your values and goals. When you feel centered and present, your confidence naturally grows as you are more attuned to your intuition and capable of making decisions that resonate with your true self. It's important to remember that gratitude is not about ignoring challenges or pretending that everything is perfect. Rather, it's about finding the light even in difficult times. When faced with adversity, practicing gratitude can help you shift your perspective and find lessons in the experience. It encourages you to look for growth opportunities, allowing you to approach difficulties with a mindset of resilience. You begin to see that every challenge you face is a chance to learn and evolve, which further solidifies your confidence in your ability to navigate life's ups and downs. As you cultivate a daily practice of gratitude, you'll likely notice a significant shift in your overall mindset and self-perception. You will feel more empowered, more resilient, and more capable of tackling the challenges that come your way. Gratitude opens the door to self-acceptance, allowing you to appreciate who you are and the journey you are on. It reminds you that you are deserving of love, joy, and success, regardless of any perceived imperfections or setbacks. In a world that often emphasizes scarcity, competition, and perfection, practicing gratitude is a radical act of self-love and empowerment. It is a reminder that you are enough just as you are, and that you have so much to be thankful for. By embracing gratitude, you build a solid foundation of confidence that cannot be easily shaken. You step into your power and shine brightly, allowing your true self to emerge with authenticity and grace. Ultimately, gratitude is a journey of recognizing and honoring your worthiness, which is essential for building unshakable confidence in all areas of your life. In conclusion, building unshakable confidence is a transformative journey that requires intentionality, self-compassion, and a willingness to embrace your true self. As we've explored, the foundations of this confidence rest on several key principles: acknowledging and embracing your uniqueness, taking inspired action, practicing gratitude, and letting go of perfectionism. Each of these elements contributes to a profound sense of self-worth and empowerment, allowing you to navigate life's challenges with resilience and grace. By acknowledging your individuality and celebrating your strengths, you cultivate a deep sense of self-acceptance that shields you from external criticism. Taking inspired action allows you to move forward with purpose and joy, connecting you to your inner guidance and helping you trust your intuition. Practicing gratitude shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance, reinforcing your sense of belonging and appreciation for the present moment. Finally, by letting go of the need for perfection, you liberate yourself from self-judgment, allowing your authentic self to shine. As you embrace these principles in your daily life, remember that confidence is not a destination but a journey. It is an ongoing practice of self-discovery, learning, and growth. By committing to this journey, you empower yourself to face challenges with courage, pursue your dreams with passion, and inspire others through your authenticity. Each step you take towards building your confidence is a testament to your resilience and commitment to living a fulfilling, empowered life. Trust in your ability to grow, learn, and thrive, knowing that you are inherently worthy of all the love, joy, and success that life has to offer. Embrace your journey, take inspired action, and let your light shine brightly for all to see. You are on a beautiful path, and the world is waiting for the unique contributions only you can make.